online Christian radio station. Check out our website at www.worshipradio.faith or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Worship Radio INT. This is the future.
How's everybody doing today? Want to welcome you to the show. My name is Willie Pewit. I'm the host of Conversations on the Fairway, and we're going to get this little piece of business out the way. We want to say congratulations to Bryson DeChambeau for winning the U.S. Open tournament yesterday. Once again, he had a great performance. He has stirred up conversations about in the golf world. If people don't know that, each golf club comes in different lengths, traditionally. But all of his golf clubs are the same length, okay? And he has really shaken up the golf world because traditionally, that's not what everybody does. Every club is a little bit longer as the clubs get longer. So he has all his clubs the same length as his 7-iron. I mean, you're allowed 14 clubs in your bag. He decided to have them all the same length. And the other half of that is that he also uses a lot of physics in his decisions on what he's done. So over the time of the COVID, he has put on a lot of muscle. And if you really ask me, he's the next level as far as the fitness-wise. He's bulked up. He's used his time wisely, and he's doing a different approach at golf. So, which I absolutely love that. Okay, something different to shake up the world. Okay, we need that right now. But what I really want to talk about today is that before we get into the conversation, I want you to hit the share button. Hit the like button. If you're looking at us on YouTube, hit the subscribe button. Follow us. Have comments. You know what I'm saying? We really appreciate that. But what I really want to get to today is I was listening to one of my favorite motivational speakers on the way in today. And he got me really thinking about this. What is your why? Why do you do what you do? Okay? I think sometimes when people get stagnant or they don't know which direction to go, they've either reached a certain level in their field or maybe you haven't even started yet and you want to kind of get things moving. Well, your why needs to be solid. Okay? It cannot, and I'm going to give you a warning with this, it cannot or you cannot have your why just focused on you. That means you're going to get selfish, self-centered, and that is a recipe for disaster, okay? If it's just about you, you won't get up in the morning, you'll hit that snooze button, you'll say, hey, I don't even feel like going to work today. Rather you're single or you have a family, you always have to think about this, and this is what I do in my personal life. If I've ever thought about hitting that snooze button, not getting up, not going to work, well, I'm going to give you something that's like a big old cold water thrown on your face, okay? Number one, it's not about you. Rather you're single or have a family. What part of what my why is, there's somebody out there that's counting on me to do my part in what I'm supposed to do in the field that I chose. Even if they don't know anything about golf, I might, if I'm not in the proper place at the proper time on the proper road, I'm not going to meet that person or I'm not going to touch that person. You may say something that's so simple to you, but may be so profound to them, okay? You cannot get lazy and content and get settled, okay? Part of this is for the people that want to get started and they don't know how to get started or where to start. This is also for the people that are already out there doing something and they get kind of stagnant. And this is for the coaches, this is for the mentors, this is for the parents, these are for teachers. I know we are in a tough time right now, okay? But I'm going to promise you this right here, is that there is someone out there that is counting on you to be on point, okay? It's not time to be lazy right now, okay? This time right now that we're in is going to be very profound 2 to 5 years from now. You can set things in motion right now that will put you in position a couple of years from now. I'll just share just a little bit of my story, okay? When I first started teaching golf, I was giving lessons away for free. That same passion that I have now, the same passion I had when I first started, and I was doing it for free. Giving people advice, looking at their swings, videotaping them, I had the same passion level when I was not making any money. So now, I believe that that's one of the building blocks that set me up for where I am right now today, okay? You need that passion, that drive. Someone asked me, if you never got paid for what you're doing, what would you do? I would teach golf. That's my passion. And sometimes what happens is we lose that focus on why we got into whatever it is we got into. Rather you're a school teacher, rather you're, want to own your own business, or you've been in business for a while and things are flat. You're wondering like, man, where did I lose it? How is my competition just passing me by? Well, you got content. You start to settle instead of keep pushing, okay? This gentleman I was talking about in the golf, he was already a winner already. He's won some big amateur tournaments and things like that. But when COVID hit, that's when he made an adjustment. He was successful already. And I find that ironic that a line that kind of runs through people that are successful are always looking to get to the next level. A winner is always gonna find a way to win. Okay? I'm gonna repeat that again. A winner will always find a way to win. It's hard to stop somebody when they got that taste of success. The only person that can stop you is you. Okay? But you get stopped by being content, on the success that you had. Now, I'm not saying don't celebrate the success that you may have had before. Okay, that's good, that's fine, we look at that part of success and say that's great. What's the next level now? What is the next steps that we need to take right now to continue on this upward instead of getting stagnant and start falling off? Okay, we really have to always consistently looking at ourselves, evaluating ourselves, hey, maybe I need to start working out. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I need to do some other things to keep me focused, okay? To keep me focused on my focus. I'm always looking for, I had a great summer this year, okay? Things were really, really well. So my question to myself now is, how do we capitalize on top of that success? How do we keep going? Okay? How do we take it to the next level? Okay, so this is September 21st. I am still saying, man, we're going to finish this year out strong and going into 2021. Okay, so I'm already planning for 2021 now. Okay, I'm not waiting. I'm not, hey, when it gets cold, I'm gonna do it. No, I'm doing it right now. I'm motivated now. I want to get out there, and I want you guys to be the same way. Let's say it was the opposite. Maybe you would say to yourself, hey, Willie, listen, this year's been absolutely terrible. You know what? Let's get back in the lab. Okay? Control the controllables. Okay? This year, or these few years, I'm going to say, is the greatest wealth transfer happening right now. Okay? There are some things that you can make some adjustments. Rather, you're in college, you know what I'm saying? Hey, studying extra, studying longer, maybe getting a tutor to help you out. You know, you may not want to feel comfortable going face to face, but I'm pretty sure there are people that are tutoring people online. Okay? What is it that you need? You know, be honest with yourself. Evaluate yourself honestly. Okay? Don't have no, ideas of, you're at a certain level when you know that you're not. Okay? Get some help. Have somebody, maybe you are an entrepreneur and you need to get another mentor. Okay? If you're in college, maybe you need to get some tutors. You know what I'm saying? In between fall and winter, maybe during the summertime, you spend more time with some tutors to help you, in whatever area that you need. If you are a golfer or say just flat out an athlete, okay, looking and evaluating yourself, hey, what can I do to go to the next level? I have a lot of parents that ask me when they bring their kids in, how far should they be hitting the golf ball? Well, this is how I answer it. You're going to hit as far as your personal best. I used to say the average amateur hits it this far with this particular club. Well, I reversed that. And I start saying however far you hit your personal best. I know what the average is. You may be below it, you may be above it, but that is your personal best. Okay? Stay within yourself. Don't try to be somebody else. You are, and whatever your name is. You know what I'm saying? You can aspire and look at someone and say, man, I want to get to this level. Just like myself, okay? As far as the golf instruction is concerned, I didn't come through, say, traditional channels, okay? Going through this step. No, what I did was I made my mind up that, you know what? I'm going to just go with my own road, okay? As long as we get to the same spot, that's all that matters. So I want you guys to really, really, really pay attention to what, or should I say, evaluate yourself. Say you're starting a business or you've been in business for a while, and let's just say you're selling desserts, okay? And you're keeping track of what you're doing, okay? Say last year you sold, for example, say 300 pies and 300 cakes and whatever. You want to take that number and then say, well, what's the next level? You know what I'm saying? Are you advertising properly? Are you putting enough money into getting the word out of what you're doing? I mean, I don't know. I don't know if, having a, going to different events and things like that, giving out samples, whatever the combination is, we need to look and see, well, what is the next level that you want to go to? And the first thing I want you to do is write it down, okay? I've just had decided, for this for a while, of keeping a notebook by my bed. Because there have been times that I've waken up in the middle of the night with a great idea. You can either write it down or go on your phone and hit the microphone button and say it into your phone. Text it to yourself or email it to yourself so you don't forget. Okay, so that is just one way of you will get ideas throughout the day, and depends on where you're at. hey, if you got your phone by you, boom, say something quick in it to remember that idea. Because sometimes I've lost some great ideas that I've had because I didn't take the time to write it down, okay? So, you really have to pay attention to what is going on in your surroundings. You know what I'm saying? Maybe you're not in the right area. Okay, I've had to, in my business, pick that blue ocean. Okay, I had to pick that area where I'm not around a bunch of other people, a bunch of other instructors. Everybody's like in this one particular area. Well, what I did was I found my own blue ocean, and I went to an area where it was instructors there, but they were really spread out. Okay, so when I did that, it's like I made my own lane, and I start to advertise in these different areas. Well, what I found out is that, the average age of an instructor that's a golf instructor, I forgot the exact number, I believe it's like over 60. Okay? So a lot of those guys aren't really up to date with Googling and the different apps that you can get, that you can use to get the word out. A lot of them are stuck on traditional ways, word of mouth, which is always big, okay, but using social media. So what I did was I just went into an area where I really didn't see a lot of people advertising or doing things. So I just went into that area, okay? Now, there are other instructors that are using it, but they're not as aggressive. They're in it, but they're really not utilizing it to its full potential. I decided to utilize it to its full potential, okay? So there are lots of people that you can contact through social media, but at the same time, word of mouth is king. But at the same time, when you're first starting out, when people don't know you, they have to get familiar with you through social media. So there are different things that you can use to get the word out and to reinvent yourself. You know what I'm saying? But if you are an instructor and you are looking for someone to help you with that, you can most definitely contact us. You can leave us an email at DetroitGolfLessons@gmail.com, or you can go to DetroitGolfLessons.com, go to the forum, fill it out, and we have a program that we're doing right now to help mentor golf instructors. Okay? So if you're looking to get into the business and you don't know where to go, you know what I'm saying? So the traditional route, you know what? It's pretty dead. Okay? I really want you guys to look at doing things that are non-traditional. Okay? Non-traditional ways, because you know what? You're going to have to deal with the millennials. Okay? They're on social media. You have to make them interested in what you're doing. Okay? That area or age group that I'm talking about is coming into golf because I make it very simple. They ask me, why should I get into it? Okay? Why should I come out and play golf? And I just lay it right out to them. Okay? Especially what's going on right now with the COVID. There's really not a whole lot, once you get out of high school and, you start to get into college and get your degree now, there are leagues and things that you can join, that you can get with golf, but business is truly being done on the golf course. Okay, just flat out. We're just gonna put it out there that real business is being conducted on the golf course. Now, I'm gonna say this to the younger business crowd, that kids that are just getting out of college or whatever. You know what? Don't overlook it. Okay, If you're not a golfer and you want to get into golf, you can contact us at DetroitGolfLessons.com, fill out the form, or send us an email at DetroitGolfLessons@gmail.com, okay? We can help you with that, okay? A lot of times people simply don't know where to go, okay? I hit a lot of business from, I know, Googling, okay? You know, they happen to Google, you know, golf lessons near me, okay? You have to, on the business side of it, when you're trying to attract people to you, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're gonna have to do some non-traditional things. You can't just put a poster up somewhere and hope somebody see it. Okay, that's not gonna work. Okay, millions and millions of people are looking, or should I say, hundreds of thousands in the area where you live at are Googling stuff. Social media, listen. One of the reasons why the big three had a problem, I don't know, about 10 years ago, is because they got content. You know, we're General Motors and we're always going to do what we're going to do. You know what? That's why them foreign car companies came in and gave you a run for your money, okay? Because they start using different tactics, okay? The same with golf. The reason why you're seeing a lot younger people get into it is because we're coming on social media. My Golf Academy is heavily on social media, okay? Word of mouth still travels, and that does help now. Never, ever think that it doesn't help, but at the same time, doing videos, just being simply out there, okay? It's getting cool to play golf. I mean, I'm getting young professionals that are coming in, hey, have their own business, or they're working for some law firm, or they're an accountant, and all of a sudden, they got to work one day and they asked them, hey, listen, we need a fourth person to go and play in the company outing. Do you play golf? I mean, this just that blank deer in the head, lights look comes upon their face like, oh my God, in 6 weeks we're going to have the company outing and I don't want to look silly. I get that phone call all the time. Okay? I try to get people into it early, and I say to kids, when they're getting ready to go to college, you'll call me back one day. 2-3 years go by, I get that I get that phone call, that quiet phone call. Coach, I'm looking to start to play right now because we're about to graduate from college, and my friends were trying to get me to play in college. And I simply didn't take it seriously. I get that, okay? So we get that phone call all the time, okay? So if you're looking or even thought about you want to learn to play golf, you can contact us. If you are a parent, now what has really happened big this year is that I've been getting a lot of couples, okay? There's not a lot to do out there. Say the husband knows how to play golf, but the wife doesn't, or whatever the case may be, that couples have been coming to me, okay? Now, I know it's September. That doesn't mean we had to stop. Okay, we will be announcing our winter location. Okay, we've secured several locations for the winter time, so we can just keep this thing rolling. Okay, so just because the snow, it starts to get cold, as snow hits the ground, that does not mean that golf is over with. Okay, this is the time, in the winter time, is a great time to start learning how to play golf, because when spring comes, hey, listen, you're going to be ahead of everybody. If you've been taking lessons 2 and 3 times in a month throughout the winter time, when the springtime comes, you're going to be ready to roll, trust me, okay? It's not going to take a long period of time, but we do have indoor facilities secured where you can work on all facets of your game, okay, to get you ready for 2021. Okay, so, those spots are going to be filling up fast. You know what I'm saying? So, you can go to DetroitGolfLessons.com, go to our website, fill out an information form, and we'll be contacting you shortly, okay? So those spots are going to fill up quickly, okay? We really don't open up a whole lot of spots through the wintertime because we want those dedicated, new to the game of golf people that are trying to take their either business or their career to the next level. We're right here for you. So I just encourage you guys to, really consider this. And another thing is that, when I first started, because, sometimes when you first start doing something, people don't take you seriously, okay? Or you may have a brother or a parent that when you come to them with an idea, they may say, man, you can't do that. Don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. If you know in your heart that you may have, say, worked for somebody and you've had a terrible boss, doing a business, you say, you know what, I can really do it differently. You know what I'm saying? When you have that in you and that idea comes out, like I said, write your ideas down. That's how I started out. I have a notebook and I just started writing my ideas about, about different golf instructors that I've had. I really only had 3 golf instructors that taught me the game of golf. But out of those 3, 2 of them were absolutely terrible. And I said to myself, I can do this better than they can. Okay? And I was told a lot. You can't do it. No one's going to let you at their club. When I first started, I would apply for jobs. They wouldn't even let me take out the trash. I go to different golf courses and say, hey, listen, I have experience on cooking because I came from a restaurant background. They wouldn't even give me a job in the kitchen, taking out the trash. Okay? And it's so funny now, I look back at those places that did that, and I looked at that as motivation. Because now, half the places that I went to, they're out of business. Another quarter of those places have golf instructors there that think they're God's gift to the world. A quarter of them aren't even instructors anymore. Because I've literally taken those bad experiences that I had when no one would give me a chance or an opportunity, and I turned that into energy and motivation to push forward. And I'm going to tell you another funny thing about that situation as well. Some of those same instructors that would not even allow me to even stand there and listen to them teach, so that's how I knew something was wrong right there. All I wanted to do was just shadow somebody, and they wouldn't even allow me to shadow them. Do you know half of those instructors come to me right now and asking for a job? Isn't that funny how the rabbit got the gun? Oh, you know what? When they first started coming to me, I didn't even really believe it. These are the same people that told me that I can never do what I'm doing right now. Literally, those were the words. You will never be able to do what they were doing back then. And all of a sudden now, 20 years later, literally 20 years later of just pushing and grinding and keep going, I'm in the position that I'm in right now. And I'm even going higher than what they've ever done. And they come to me for a job right now. Isn't that funny right there? So listen, keep going, keep pushing. It may look like it's not going to happen, but there are things in the background and the scenes that you don't even know about, that things are being worked out in your sleep. Things are being worked out while you're planning, okay? So listen, You guys have a great Monday. My name is Willie Pewit. I'm the host of Conversation on Fairway, and we'll talk to you soon.
You are listening to Worship Radio International, the world's #1 online Christian radio station. Check out our website at www.worshipradio.faith or follow us on Facebook and Instagram at Worship Radio INT. This is the future.